Hi Carly. It's crazy that the show has officially returned to us. If you guys don't know, iCarly was a show that was released between 2007 and 2012, and was pretty much a big explosion of a show that starred Mary Cosgrove, Jim Curdy, Nathan Kress, Jerry Trainer, based about a girl named Carly who's like to end up starting a web show with her best friend Sam and Freddie's technical producer, and all sorts of crazy over-the-top shenanigans they can get themselves into. And for me, it is personally one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. It's a show that I grew up watching. It's a show I've loved since it first released, and it's a show that I think still holds up pretty well today, actually. Like, I'm actually surprised at how well that show actually still holds up. Not just in the social media aspect, but in terms of just the characters, the humor, the emotion, the heart. It's might be in top tier Nickelodeon. And I recently watched, looking back at a lot of episodes, and it can hold up a lot better than I actually remember. And so this video, I do a simple video discussing the 3 episodes of the iCarly Revival. Because iCarly has officially returned to us, where we have Randall Crossword return, Nathan Kress return, and Jerry Trainer return as the characters of Carly, Riley, and Spencer. Unfortunately, no Sam and Gibby, but I'll touch about that in a bit. We got the new characters of Harper, played by Lacey Mosley, and Melissa, played by Jen, who is Fry's stepdaughter. And you even get some occasional characters as well, so yeah. But I did end up watching the 3 episodes of the show. And to simply put it, iCarly has returned to us. iCarly has returned! But in all seriousness, this Revival was, the first 3 episodes were honestly fantastic. Like, it just really felt like a really warm blanket, because, like, oh my god, the one feeling of being back with these characters again. Because again, I love this show. Again, I grew up with iCarly. I grew up when this show was popular. And it felt amazing to see these characters again, and they do a great job also respecting these characters as well. Mind yourself why you love these characters in the first place. Like, again, the show is definitely a more adult version of iCarly, and it does have a little bit of a different tone to it in terms of that, but it still retains a lot of the heart and the energy and the over-topness that made iCarly so good in the first place. While also telling in a different way, but in the best way. But like Carly still is great. She's always been. Freddie's so wonderful, and I love the moment that she has with Carly. And Spencer's always my favorite character. Spencer's always been my favorite character in the entire show, and he never fails to make me laugh. And even the 2 new characters, Harper and Melissa, were honestly pretty great, actually. Like, I love the chemistry you have with a lot of these characters. I like the moments that Freddie and Melissa have, and even the moments that Melissa and Carly has as well. Carly and Spencer still had that same heartfelt relationship that they have always had. And even Harper, like, she's amazing. I freaking love that character. And she's a character I feel I'm definitely going to adore even more the more she goes on. I loved her heart relationship she has with Carly. And I also thought that she was going to end up, like, placing Sam, but no, she has to be her own different character. And speaking of Sam, who is obviously a fan favorite character, I always wanted that she wasn't going to be on the show because, Jim Curry's experience with acting. Jim Curry's, experience with the whole, what happened with the acting department and went through and all that. So, fortunately, she doesn't be on the show, but thankfully the show does a fantastic job with explaining why she's not on the show and do a way that more respects the character rather than just be like a slap in the face. Because again, Sam Puckett is a very popular character, like iCarly, and they do a great job, with respecting the character and everything, and even being a bit open to basically the character were to return. And while they haven't really explained anything with Gibby yet, but again, this is only the first 3 episodes, and it doesn't like they probably could explain that, or maybe Gibby could appear later on. I don't think it's confirmed that Gibby was going to premiere on the show. Like, I don't know, honestly. Like, I really don't know, but that's a story for another day, but I'm sure that eventually explain at least a little bit why Gibby's not on the show. Maybe he will appear, but I'm sure that's something that will happen down the road. But again, the show contains a lot of the heart, the show contains a lot of the humor and the energy and the laughs and the emotion and what made iCarly so good in the first place. And It's interesting seeing this, this whole new social media thing, where it's like, Instagram, TikTok, and all these big social media platforms that just exploded again. It's pretty interesting, and it just, I guess perhaps how much I really enjoyed these episodes and all that. And that even the stories that they were telling you were pretty interesting and pretty well done and hilarious and charming, and I was just smiling from year to year throughout these 3 episodes. I love the bonds that these characters have. I love the humor, the lines. I was really laughing my ass off. It's just so iCarly in the best possible way, and honestly, I cannot freaking wait to see what they do with this show in later episodes, and what they do with this level, if it's as good. And fun fact, the first episode was actually directed by Phil Lewis, who you guys know be Mr. Mosby in Zach Carter shows. When I found, I was like, oh my god, that also put a big smile on my face. Yeah, so long story short, the ICarly Revival was fantastic. The first 3 episodes are great, humor great, the heart is great. Seeing these characters again is just amazing. I know I'll probably keep saying that, but I can't express how much I love these characters, and seeing them again is just wonderful. And I cannot wait to see what they do with this rival in later episodes. It just felt so great, and I was smiling so much, I was laughing so much. It's so amazing to see iCarly return, even if it's on a different network, but cannot wait. And this just gave me a similar video to iCarly and all that stuff, and I do plan also having a movie review for Fast 9 coming very soon as well. And still not sure how to about YouTube space, but I think I have at least a 1 video for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion on iCarly Revival. Let me know what your thoughts on Rival down below in the comments, and now that if you want to know one of my top 10 favorite episodes of the original iCarly, I did a written post on that on my blog spot, which is linked down in the description. You guys want to check that out. I am Sam One More Productions. I'll see you next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.